everybody. John and Lance from the bench. Mornings on ESPN 97.5 and 92.5. We're going to talk some Astros baseball here. But first, hit subscribe so that you get all of our information here. Lance, Tatis hurt already. Not even a week into the 14-year mega deal. Does this strengthen the Astros case why they don't believe in mega contracts? It's not only Tatis, but you had Alex Rodriguez long deal. You had Pujols long deal. You've got Harper's long deal. You've got last week, Lindor, another long deal.
Pedro Martinez had a long deal. I mean, look, with your concerns with Lindor, I mean, I hated that deal for Tatis. I thought it was the dumbest thing in the world to give somebody 14. I don't care what the APY is on that. Well, it's only 24. It's all guaranteed. So you are all guaranteed. And so if he gets hurt and is not the same player for the next 3 or 4 years, you're looking at Fernando Bonilla, who is going to be collecting money for all of eternity, seemingly. And it's a good chunk of money, even if it is a lot of it would be paid out by some type of insurance claim. I just think that what the Astros did, you and I were both in agreement with this. I do think a long-term deal could mean 8 years now in Major League Baseball. I don't want to live in a world where teams are having to risk 10 plus years for any player. It just seems crazy to me with all of it being guaranteed and such a giant amount now that we're talking about. Carlos, Lindor's over $340 million. Tatis is, and now you're talking about Carlos, even at 10 years at $25 million, that'd be $250 million guaranteed. And this is a guy with a history of injury. So, yeah, to me, it should have never been on the table to offer him anything more than 7. If they went 8, it would have showed that they were kind of desperate to maintain him.
Yeah, but here's the deal. Every top tier, Cole, Harper, Lindor, Trout, Tatis, they're all mega long-term contracts now. Yeah. If you're a top-tier player going forward, guess what? That's what you get now.
But wouldn't it make more sense to just raise the APY and say, look, we'll pay you this much money. We'll pay you $40 million a year for 7 years. We'll pay you $280 million for just 7 years, and you can hit the market again. I think what these players are doing is they're saying, look, we understand that the market will readjust itself and we have a chance to potentially make more. But what they're doing is locking into the money, because if they get hurt or don't perform as well, they get paid regardless. And I just think if you're a team, you just can't. But that's the cost of doing business, John. I mean, Carlos Correa didn't do anything more than ask what the new cost of doing business is on the market, and the Astros didn't do anything other than say, no, we're not comfortable with that. No. I think both parties are right for asking for what they asked for, but ultimately, if you wanted to stay an Astro, they're just not going to do that. And you know what? As an Astros fan, I hate seeing Carlos Correa go if he leaves, but I like the fact that there's some sense of understanding of how to manage your money so that you don't get stuck in a situation where you don't have maneuverability.
No, I agree. And I'm not sure that Carlos Correa is in that group. And I know he's not in that group right now.
No.
And look, the Astros are hitting him 6th. The Astros, he could have moved up to 2nd the other day against the lefty. Instead, they kept him at 5th. I mean, I think that the Astros are downplaying and are going to continue to downplay Carlos Correa in the lineup just to show him, hey, Carlos, a $200 million guy doesn't hit 6th. A $200 million guy doesn't hit 7th in a lineup, okay? So let's stop all this talk and let's get back to the table, and we'll give you what we think that you – and, oh, by the way –
do you think he goes back to the table? I think it's over.
I don't think it's over. I think absolutely if they go behind the scenes and say, hey, agent, here's what we'll give Carlos credit. Now, I do think they're not going to offer him what he wants. So, yeah, it's probably over until after the season. But then Carlos is going to find that market ain't really what he thinks it is. That's what I think, because he isn't in that Harper, Lindor, Trout. He isn't in that group. He's just not.